So today I'm pretty much just gonna unveil my new project car and we're gonna go through it. So stick around and you'll see what's under the tarp. Ta-da! Well, what we got ourselves here is as you can see, an E36 convertible, and it is an AC Schnitzer. So it does have the full kit minus the front bumper. As you can see, it is an M bumper, but we got all the decals, the side skirts, the mirrors, the rear bumper, the exhaust tip. Got some M taillights in there. Got the wheels, AC Schnitzer, all genuine original stuff. Alright, so at this point you can see that the car has been sitting here for a while, and it needs a lot of work. So we're gonna have a lot of content on this car because it needs everything except for looks, pretty much. And even then, it's got a few dings and dents here and there. But let's kind of go through the car, and I do want to try and get it started today as well, because last time I didn't have very much success because of a very dead battery. So let's take a look at the interior. I'm gonna pop open the roof because this is super moldy inside. I'm gonna have to put a respirator on to even go in there because it's pretty bad. I'll show you a shot of yesterday in the sunlight. All the mold spores just like flying out of the, it's gross. Take a look at it. Oh yeah. Mold. Oh, it smells so bad in here. Headliner needs to be replaced, probably altogether. I know it leaks, that's why it's moldy in here, so I gotta figure that out. But the top itself is actually still really good, and it's green. I do want to keep it green because it goes with the car, obviously. But we need to replace this rear window. Both sides are split, and it's completely fogged up from sun damage. But the top itself looks fine. Other than that, there's like a couple, it's just a little bit worn. But I think we can restore it and recoat it with some, waterproof top coat. I'm sure they make that. I'm just making that up, but I think it's a thing for convertibles. But hopefully we can replace all the seals and get the roof working properly. It would be ideal to get a hard top for this car, but it's probably worth waiting to find one in good shape, because if you're going to pay for it, might as well pay for a good one. They're around $2,000 for a used hardtop. So let's just take a quick look at the exterior of the car. We got a pretty beaten up M bumper here, stock headlights, Euro clear markers, AC Schnitzer badge. This is dented pretty good. That's actually a really nice badge. And then we'll go over here, and we got the pinstriping. We got the wheels, which I'm sure a couple of them are going to be a little bit curbed up, but these are genuine AC Schnitzer wheels with the decals. Like I said, the AC genuine mirrors, which, as you can tell, are also a lot different than stock, and M mirrors are quite a bit different too. We have the M fat trim without the badges. You got the AC Schnitzer side skirts. There, another AC stamp right there. Yeah, we got the AC badge. Oh, that's a nice badge as well. Trunk has got some clear coating issues. Paint is seeing better days. It's got some oxidation, it's got sap on it, but there's no real bad dings in it, I don't think, that I can see. Besides this, that's a pretty good scuff in the skirt. There's a cut right there, but that can be repaired, of course. And then I think the only real ding in it was on the fender right here, which isn't that bad. So with a lot of TLC, and looks like there's a slight issue here, with some TLC on the exterior of the car, I think it'll turn out okay. It's in pretty good shape for looks anyways, but the real problem is going to be the engine and the interior and the soft top. So let's take a look in the trunk. And this used to be a sound car at one point, so it has a bunch of old sound stuff in it that I'm gonna just strip everything out so I can get a baseline of if there's any rust in the car, things like that, down below this well, because it's probably gotten wet in here. That battery is 1000% toast for sure. So there's that. We already showed you the interior, but we're gonna go in. So these are custom made. Actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure those are custom made. I've never seen those before in my life, but they're obviously broken as hell, because this used to be a sound car at one point, like I said. But we're gonna take those out because we're gonna do a manual swap on this car whenever we put a different engine in it as well. So those are gonna be in the way, and they're just really annoying to drive with, because even with an automatic, because you have nowhere to put your feet. Even those pedals are AC Schnitzer. AC Schnitzer. Glove box. AC Schnitzer. There's just AC Schnitzer badges all over this car. There's like, I can't remember when I first counted it, there was something like over 20 AC Schnitzer badges on the car. Let's get a vice grip on the hood strap so we can keep it open. Okay, so this car is a 1995, so it's an OBD1 regular old M50 Vanos 2.5 liter. This is a 325i. It's looking absolutely just horrendous in here. I don't know if someone like put fluid film on this or something, or it's just terrible looking in general. That's the windshield washer bottle, and that looks like coolant, so that's a little weird. Everything's just crusty looking in here. It's nothing that can't like wipe off. Like, this is full of stuff. I'm surprised it has the stock intake cowling. That's actually kind of funny, because that's never the case. But yeah, we've got spiders living in here. But it has cruise control. We have AC, which I want to keep. I want to keep this car as a nice car. It's not going to be a drift car. It's going to be revamped to be a nice daily spring summer car. As you can see, this looks really gross and moist. Look, even this is not broken, so that's a bonus. Usually this clip back here is broken off. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure that this engine has a bad head gasket. I remember working on this car. It's been on my channel once before, and it just constantly had cooling problems, overheating problems, but I never actually fully diagnosed it. It's automatic, which you already know, which is not going to stay. So at this point, I think we've gone over the whole car. I know that the suspension it's sitting on is basically lowering springs with Bilstein shocks, and I believe it has upgraded sway bars as well. But that's pretty much it. It's basically just a stock 325i convertible with some decent suspension and a moldy interior and a pooched M50. Okay, so I got a battery. First thing we're gonna do is just like clean some of the stuff out and just replace the battery and see what happens when we turn the key. Yeah, we got that in. This is just temporary for now. I just want to see what works, what turns on, what doesn't. So let's go grab the key and see if it turns on. Actually, let's take a quick peek and see if there's oil in it. Oh yeah. Enough to do the job. I think what I'm gonna do is see what happens here. Oh, everything turns on. Let's see if the roof works, because I want to breathe a little better. Yeah, it's not doing anything, so let's try and start it. Are you serious? No way. That's it. Literally just flashed right up. Okay. I mean, it doesn't sound awesome, but I don't even know how long it's been sitting here for. Okay, top's not working, but the check engine light's not even on. What? We got a brake light and an airbag light on. Okay, that's pretty normal. 200,000 kilometers. Windows. Work. 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 And it works. Okay. Okay. Maybe I have to do that. I don't know. Okay. So we got top there. Now will it do anything? No. Oh, there's mold on me. I'm in disbelief that this thing flashed up that quickly. That is incredible. So let's try and get this top going real quick here. Okay, so I just shut it off because as I was testing some of these fuses, I realized that it's overcharging at 16 volts, which is not what you want. So definitely a charging problem. The alternator's overcharging. The regulator is most likely shot. So I shut it off as soon as I seen that it was 16 volts. I tested the battery. It's also was over 16 volts. So that's not really good, but I'm still gonna figure out if we can get this top to work real quick. If not, there is a reset procedure and a few things to check. So, all right, so I can't figure out exactly why the roof isn't working right now, so I'm just gonna manually disengage it. But as I'm popping this off, I found not a great sight. That is a lot of water in there. So what I basically want to do is get this roof off, and I need to strip this entire interior so that we can get this car dried out, so that hopefully we don't have bad rust problems now or later down the road. I don't know what it looks like, but I'm a little bit nervous about that. That's going to be for a separate video, but for now, let's just get this roof out of the way so we can get a better look at the interior. The seat is so heavy now. This thing is just I'm just throwing that out. Garbage. I'm getting new stuff or good used stuff. The whole interior is getting replaced. And if you know me, I absolutely hate beige interiors, so this is getting all blacked out. We're gonna have a black interior, black carpet. Everything in this interior is getting replaced. Dash, steering wheel. But we're gonna go ahead and do this if it's not already been done before. This disengages the top motor so that we can manually get this going. So I have to put you down and try and do this. All right, disengaging the motors worked fine, except for this didn't even fold down properly. It's still like all bunged up in there. There's water in here too, so I'm guessing it's probably something to do with that seal. With the other side as well. So This thing needs new seals for sure. This back piece looks like it's in okay shape. If I had to paint that black with vinyl paint, that would be fine. A little bit cracked there, but that's the least of our worries. As you can see, this is what we're working with. So this side doesn't have water in it. Could just be the way the car's sitting, but looks like there's a drain down there, which is probably plugged on the other side. So I'll unplug that at some point here. But yeah, we need to get this dried out really bad, because wet. It must have just been pouring water in here. It rains a lot here, so we got our ported sub box. I have no idea what subs are in there, but looks like 2 10 or 12 inch subs buried in there. So I'll probably keep this setup just because it looks like it was pretty well done, and we'll redo it. But yeah, this car is gonna have to be completely stripped. So at some point here, we're gonna get this car to my shop, and even before then I might just gut it before it gets there, and just start throwing stuff out, because that seat, there's no saving that seat. The seat's beige anyways, and it doesn't work, so that's garbage. This piece looks possibly savable, but I'll keep that. Depending on how soaked these are, I may just keep parts in case I can't find them in black. So other than that though, like all the side panels, door cards, all trash, garbage. This one's already fallen off, and it's just not what I want anyways, so we just need to get all new black parts for this so it can be a nice clean black interior again. And we'll see what we can do about getting it to seal. Obviously is going to be the goal, so that this doesn't ever happen again. If you do want to see more content on this car and the procedures I go through to getting this car back to being a nice car again, then subscribe to the channel, drop a like, and comment below on some ideas and suggestions on what we might be able to do with this thing. I do want to keep it looking relatively stock AC Schnitzer. I do like the wheels, but not afraid to put some bore bits on this, or you know, but I'm not going to do a wide body or anything like that. So I'm going to keep it a stock body and just redo the top so it seals and looks good. And then engine wise, we're going to diagnose this engine and then most likely take it out, and we're definitely putting a 5-speed swap into it. And the engine is still not sure what I'm going to do for that. So I could put my 3-liter stroker in it. I could put a good M50 or M52 in it. I don't know yet, but I don't want to go crazy on the engine either, because I'd rather go crazy on a drift car engine that's going to use the power rather than something that's just going to be cruising around in the summertime and looking good. So that's going to be it for this video. Thanks for watching, and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment.